So look how he packages up. So funny. What the heck? The box end like right here, and then these are the tabs that go over, you know, for the top. And you just, I guess the case that I got is just super big. But yeah, so and you've already seen the thumbnail, so. So there was a little bit of like that when I was just carrying it. Hopefully there's nothing broken. I do have a sharper knife. There we go. So wobbly. There we go. Okay, here. Hey, it's creative, right? That's what matters. Don't want to stab anything. I bet if I had two hands for this, but you know, choose another one for my phone. Let's peek inside here. Ooh, love it. I'm gonna take it out. Hopefully nothing's broken. So I got everything out of the box. These were loose at the bottom. A little bit of scratching. It is a used case. It's not new. And this is the Vetroo K1. So I'm just gonna sit down right quick. Okay, so this screw wasn't completely tightened. So let's just tighten that up. Okay. Missing a screw here. It's got one right there though. And missing one right there. So at least it has the corners. So he lost those. I can probably get that. I found this in the very bottom of the box. So that is a broken... Let's see if it'd focus here. It looks broken, see? It looks like it's probably like one of those pieces, like to hold down something. A rivet. I don't know what he's doing right here. Okay. This is a lot, let me just move this little piece right here. This is a lot heavier and a lot beefier than I thought it was gonna be. And it's not really wobbly. Like, okay, a tiny bit back and forth, but it's pretty beefy and it's pretty heavy. Okay. So hopefully the glass can clean up nicely. And I gotta order some little thumb screws, and you know, I can do that. Oh, I'm liking this thing. This is sick. So at least he's got a screw there, and screw there. Just missing one right here. So it's missing 3 screws. And the rubber like little grommets that kind of protect it from the screw, and also to hold it in place better. Doesn't look like the glass is cracked in any way. And I think he actually... Oh, okay. So I forgot the guy's name, but he's a YouTuber. He's got a good amount of subscribers. I think his name is Greg something. But anyways, he put this part on the top. I remember it was like a gap. I can link the video in the description. But this actually looks, this looks accurate. His doesn't. Like, this actually looks good. Like, better than what his was. You know, it goes with everything. I mean, I think this is how it should be. I mean, I don't have the instructions with me at all. So yeah, the power supply bracket right here, it's missing a screw. That goes there. You can, like, there's only one mount for it. Usually, like, there's a couple different holes, like on my Keter's G660 it does. A little bit of dust right there. I'll have to clean that up. So yeah, a couple, like, screws missing right there. It's pretty strong though. And the power button, let's listen. Shh, knife. I like it. I wish it kind of went in more, but it's like a tactile feel. It's a lot better than my Keter's G660 power button. Yeah, that's solid. And it has an RGB ring around it, and USB 3, a couple USB 2s, mic and audio. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's sick. I'll be transferring one of my PCs into this one, and eventually sell it. Hopefully I can find a buyer, but it has an i7 4770K and a 1080 Ti. So this would be pretty sick setup. So yeah, I just got to get a couple screws, thumb screws, and a couple little washers. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Bruh. Oh, there it is. So here's the screw. So I don't have any of these laying around. So I just gotta... don't go anywhere, screw. Just gotta find a silicone piece that can go in there, fit nicely, snug as a bug in a rug. And then 3 more of these. So it looks like there's none of them. Doesn't come with it. Okay. But yeah, there's screws missing right there. I don't think they're riveted in. They just must be, they could be riveted in. But that would mean there's so many rivets that are just broken. That one doesn't move, that one doesn't move. Oh, barely. Not really. That one moves a little bit. So yeah, this case is definitely not in perfect working condition. You apply like the radiator right here, or just fans and just by themselves, and then you can attach it. Of course, you'd have to take the glass off, but it just goes in like so, and then you just screw into it. So maybe that's what. Let me just. Okay, so we apply the fans like so, probably, and then you go underneath here and then attach it. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, just a screw hole. Yeah, they're not riveted. So you just have a screw and that covers it up, and the head of it is just the outline of that, you just tighten it. The person who had it before that I bought this from, or just traded, he just tightened it really good, and I just tore the paint off of that. That's fine. Okay, so I'm okay with that. That's fine. So it's not riveted, but there is that one piece that I have no idea where this goes to, if it can focus. So that's broken off. I don't know where that one goes to. I'm sure I'll find it. So this is just a screw, and then it should be good. I could fit a power supply. Yeah, pretty long one actually. Like the biggest one that they have, like for standard, ATX form factors and stuff, like the EVGA 1000 watt I have, and then the cables will go here, and you can, have it tight as long as you're not touching the fan blades from spinning. Show your cables that it comes with. USB 3. You got your front panel connections, and I'm gonna order. Like I said, I'm gonna order these parts and a couple things. I'm gonna order like a little front panel connector adapter, so it's just one click, easy. Got HD audio right here, and then this will be the USB 2. And yeah, those gets routed through this little grommet right here. There's no actual grommet like rubber pieces. It's just cutouts, but that's fine. It would look a little cleaner with grommets, but they wanted to keep costs down, I guess. But this thing is already pretty expensive. Okay, that was a little loose. Is there another one? Or just one? Okay. Okay, so it doesn't come with, he didn't give me all the expansion slot covers. That's fine. I was thinking it came with maybe something that covers this little area. And I'm not seeing a screw hole at all on either side. Obviously, it's going to go right through it. So yeah, I guess it's just open. Here's where you would put the power cable through and then attach it to your power supply. It looks cool in my opinion, and the whole like motherboard and everything is slanted. But there is a drawback. Like you have to either take your glass panel off just to unplug it if you need to, or unplug it from the actual power strip or UPS or whatever you got, and then hold down the power button for 10 seconds to drain all the power from the capacitors and stuff, if you want to do it that way. So your fan would go here, 120. I don't know about a 140, but definitely a 120. And then you got your 240. Greg, I forgot his YouTube name, but his name is Greg. I remember that. He said that you can't have the 360 rad right here because the pump is it's usually on like the block itself, and it's higher than the actual, it's higher than this. It'd be so the air would be like the highest point, and it would go on the pump, and it would eventually kill it like quicker. So I wouldn't put a 360 rad right here. I would do a 240 up top. There we go. So that would be your best spot for it, and then your 120 probably go here, right? Am I wrong? Where does this one go? Oh, it goes right there, yeah. So the 120 goes right here, and then the 240 goes on an angle like that, and then the 360 right there. So I'm liking it. It just needs a couple more screws, and I gotta clean her up a little bit. And goes. And yeah, she should be good. I'll start building. I do have all the standoffs, so that's awesome. Gave me got 4, got 6, 8, got 9 standoffs. That's definitely plenty. And if I have to move a couple around, I could, adjust. Usually they're like right here. I don't have an ETX. I think that's the biggest one, right? Or that's full ATX. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, it's in pretty good condition. A little rough sometimes, on paint job and stuff, but it's pretty strong built. The only one of the weak spots is like this part right here. So watch when I shake it. So he wants to move a little bit. It's not so firm. If it a little bit more solid, I don't know, maybe another brace or something like that, maybe a little bit stronger built. But I'm liking it. It's pretty heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but this thing is pretty dope. I'm liking it. So here are the components. I have the EVGA dual fan GTX 1080 Ti, 650 G5 by EVGA, so 2 EVGA parts. Kind of has a teal, bluish, I would say. Maybe teal. What would you call that? It's darker than teal, right? It's like a greenish teal. I don't even know. So that's just like a little protector fan metal thing. Anyways, white extension cables. I think they're from up here, or a Asia horse or something like that. So that'll be nice. And I think this is also a Vetroo 120 millimeter air cooler. And then you got the Kingston HyperX Furies, DDR3 1866, MSI B85M-P33. Doesn't have any M.2s or anything, but I could go on a list of what it doesn't have, but it does have a quad-core 8-thread i7 4770K, which is awesome. Can't really be overclocked. It has a 4-pin power, so you just pretty much run it at stock. Board's really clean. Got the IO shield right here. Has a 2 terabyte drive. I put it over there by my my Stargate Atlantis DVDs. That's 2 terabyte, and then this one is a 240 gig SSD. Yes, 240 gig SSD. Got some LED strips right here because this doesn't have ARGB. Does have ARGB support, and then this anti-sag bracket as well. But like I said, I don't have an ARGB little hub or little port on here, so you're pretty much, it's just gonna, it's gonna, I don't know, keep your CPU cool and look cool, I guess, but no lighting. But the lighting is gonna be this strip right here. That's why I got this. So that's just SATA SATA mail to this little power thing, you know, supplies power for it, and you can link a couple of them together. So I have 2 of them. So I have another one up here I still have to get rid of. It's zip tied. So yeah, I'm gonna start building in there and show you guys what it looks like. So I mount this piece right here with the 4 screws. Have eco mode turned off right here. Of course, the power button switch off as well. And this little bracket right here goes inside the case, obviously, and these 2 mounting points end up right here, and then I just use these 2 screws right here to screw it in. I have the Seagate Barracuda 2 terabyte drive, and it's gonna go like, wait, no. Something like that. I got 1. What's the second one? Where is it? Show me. Really? Come on. They're not right next to each other. They are right next to each other. I'm going to do this with 2 hands. I think it'll work. Lines up nicely. Heck yeah. I found the other piece. So yeah, this is a rivet. Goes somewhere. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Don't mind me, I just have a PC on my forehead here. So there's 4 little screws, 4 little holes, 1 little SSD. I thought it all made sense, and it did. Fit perfectly. Get out of the way, cables. So yeah, that goes there, and it's sticking out, so the cable will come out, looking nice. So there's a power supply mounted, and the SSD as well. In case you guys are wondering, it's a ADATA SU630. I wouldn't suggest this SSD. It's not the fastest SSD in the world. I'll go for something like a Crucial or a Samsung. It's definitely worth it, spending a little bit extra for it. But this will get you. This will like work perfectly fine. You know, I just go for the other drives if you want a little bit better performance. But yeah, she's looking really nice. This screw just kept on going until it hit, and that's a nice snug fit. She is not going anywhere. Oh, solid. Yeah, solid. Okay, now I gotta check the motherboard standoffs, make sure they are in the right spots, which they are not. I know, because this motherboard is smaller, and I use this perfect size. Look at that. Oh, that one was loose. What? Was not the right size? That's too big. I'm gonna have to find a smaller one. So with a little bit of further inspection, if you will, look how smooth it is. That's a circle. These are what you typically see. Something to grab onto, you know? So I was using the correct one. I have 1 hand right now, so forgive me. Stop moving. I don't think this table is level. See? Goes in nice and smooth. And actually grips. So if your standoffs don't line up and you have a circle standoffs, I guess you have to use pliers and just grip it. You're gonna leave marks on it so the paint will, but you don't see it anyways, so it's like, does it really matter? Excuse me, does it really matter? You know, probably not. So we got 2 here, 2 here. Those are matching, so that'll be this one and this one because there's no other option. See, so that one and that one, that one and that one. So I need to replace maybe the corner to this one, and then be up. Okay, so those are taken care of. So it's only this wide. Then you got all the way up at the top, and then all the way up at the top over there by the CPU power. So we got these two, that one, and that one. So all I have to do is just, I have to do two things. I have to put that one right here, and I guess this one right here, and then I'll be good. And then just to verify, make sure you're not going crazy, make sure it lines up. You count how many standoffs, and then you put your motherboard, attached to the cooler, and you put it up to it to make sure it all is working. Because if you have one standoff that's touching the motherboard and you didn't know, or something like that because you're like in a hurry or something, you can short it and just destroy it. You know what I mean? So you got to take your time, do a good job. Okay, so I gripped it, and nothing was happening, so I looked. I'm just going to move my camera around here. Hopefully you guys can see it. There's nothing. It's just like painted over. I think it's like maybe welded or something to it. Like, I don't think... Sorry, my chair is squeaky. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to take those out. They're kind of like installed with the case or the frame or something. So what I can do... It's not a deal breaker. What I can do is just find some not washers, but standoffs that I have, and match the height of this from the frame right here to the tip of it to match that height, and then it'll be even and level and stuff, and then you're good to go. So I installed the motherboard, all 6 standoffs. This is an ARGB header, so I'm just going to tuck this away. Hopefully you won't see it as much. So these Vetroo fans, they're actually pretty solidly built. Like, they're pretty solid. They feel nice. They got the rubber dampening for like vibration and stuff. The airflow is halfway decent. It's actually pretty solid, and hopefully the LEDs and the hotspot and the dissipation is pretty decent. It's also by Vetroo. So, yep. Vetroo case and Vetroo fans, so it matches, and hopefully they perform nice. Comes with this LED remote type thing, got a couple buttons, got a couple colors, got a couple speeds, brightness, got demo mode, probably goes through all the colors. I took the little protective thing out, comes with the CR2032 battery, pre-installed, and I think altogether, I think they were $16 for the 3. Also comes with this. Okay, so, and they are proprietary for this one. They might be proprietary for other ones too, but what's a 6? Yeah, it's a 6 pin. Yes, 6 pin. That's what the connection looks like. So that it's not just going to be your 3 or 4 pin to motherboard. This has to be to a hub. So that's the downfall of it, but it's cleaner aesthetic. So if it comes with a kit, then you're good to go anyways. You can screw it to that little hole right there, or you can take the little, make it sticky and stuff by taking this little peel off, which I might do. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'll figure it out. So I just installed all 3 fans to the front 360 little bracket thing, and then placed all the cables on the right side. So when I install it, it'll be like that. And the cables can be routed out through one of the grommets and attached to the hub and look nicer and stuff, so you won't see all the cables. You definitely don't want them like coming through the front side, and then you have to wrap around and just look ugly. So I'm afraid with all these cables sticking out, and then I'm gonna have to put more cables down in there underneath all the cables and stuff that they plug into the power supply. I'm wondering if one of the cables would eventually hit. I mean, this big gap, look at this big gap, that it might hit that and then, or just force it to not spin. So if you put something over it, which is a fan grill, it's gonna impede the airflow just a tiny bit because it's more, to hit this and stuff, but it's not gonna make a big deal. And I just, rather protect the cables from hitting the fan blades and stuff, so I'm gonna do that. Install the 2 fans on the 240 little bracket thing, so just gonna go up there. And I got 1 left, and that's gonna go on this bracket, and I'm just gonna put it, actually I might screw the bracket to the case itself and then just put this fan right here. I don't know, I might leave it. I might leave this blank just because it kind of looks cool. But it might help with airflow if it's blowing and then also this is blowing. So the temps might be a little bit better. And at least you'll be able to see, you know, the lighting right here, and you'll be able to see the lighting right here. It might finish the build if you look straight, if you're standing up, looking on like top view down, you know, seeing the top and the side, or the front and the top. I'm not sure. I might just leave this one how it is. Yeah, I might just leave this one how it is. Just, it looks cool, I think. Just leave it. So I have all the fans installed. Of course, you got the fan grill, so the cables don't hit the fan blades. And all these fans, when you see the frame, that means the air is blowing this way. So, tops and the front, they're all blowing inside. So the cool air from outside going inside and then blowing the cooler heatsink outwards. So that's exhausting that. And all it will, you know, dissipate the heat from the graphics card as well. And you'll see the lights and everything looks really nice. So is missing a fan right here. I don't have another one that matches, and I think it looks kind of cool how it is as well. So I'm leaving it. So I'm gonna install some USB and HD audio and stuff like that, different headers. So the if you look right next to the left of the USB 2 right here, this one right here, I just don't want to focus on my finger. JFP1, that is the front panel header, like power LEDs, HD LEDs, power and reset, and I'm gonna plug them in, and then I'm gonna plug in the USB 2. This does not have USB 3, sadly, that supports, so this will not be able to use that header, but you can buy a USB card. So you can have USB card through that, and you could also probably do a USB card, like USB 3 card, that plugs into that, but then the output would be USB. I haven't like looked into it, but there's probably a card. I'll probably like link it if there is a card down in the description if you guys are curious. But USB 3 cable could plug into that. It would look kind of ugly unless there was like, you know, I could maybe make it look kind of sleek and stuff, but I'm gonna plug some cables in. So first I just plugged in the 24 pins, 20 plus 4. They're two separate cables because some older motherboards only had 20 pins, so that's why they call it 20 plus 4. So she's looking really nice, and this cable feels so nice, and it's very flexible, and I can easily like zip tie it with a bunch of these like little, you know, tiny little holes and stuff, so it's snug as a bug in a rug, and it'll look clean. Heck yeah. And then I'll go CPU power next. It's kind of train. I mean, these cables aren't like stiff or anything like that. Sorry, the lighting is getting worse. But I made these little like cable combs. I cut them in half. They used to be like a 4. I cut them in half so they fit in a 2, but they're kind of like half size. But they fit perfectly for this, you know. They fit snug. But yeah. Oh, that one's too much. Just looking pretty good. So, kind of just noticed it doesn't have grommets right here. I mean, you could easily do cutouts like boom, 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 or something like that, you know, and it could still not interfere with the structural integrity, and you know, it can have support for smaller motherboards and larger motherboards. But even just holes, you know, that are nicely shaped would be better. So what I'm saying is the cable has to be like this, and you're going to see, you know, all those colors plus a black, you know, cable, a couple of them just dangling here, and it just looks a little off-putting, but it is what it is kind of thing. But it's just something that they could upgrade, or, you know, should have done more like, I guess. And also make these not circle, make these actually like a hexagon or octagon, whatever, and just make it so you can actually twist these off instead of being like completely mounted to the frame. And it makes it it does give a little, like there's something positive about this. It makes it so these don't move at all. That makes it so like if you ever build a PC before and you've tightened a screw down and then you keep on tightening it, it threads in, but it'll keep on going because the standoff wasn't completely tightened. So it just goes with the screw. And then it's really hard to get to reach underneath it with pliers, and especially if you have a small case, it's a pain in the balls. So that's a good thing about this, but then also there's bad things. So there's good and bad things with anything pretty much. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I just have to do some cable management, plug in some USB cables and front panel headers and stuff, and tighten everything up, and drives. Got power and SATA SATA transfer and stuff for the hard drive and the SSD, and install a graphics card, and that should be it. I know I'm doing a portrait scape video. I despise it. It needs to be in landscape, horizontal, so you can see it on your 16:9 aspect ratio at 4K 60. You know what I mean? But anyways, just for this test, I'm doing it. So this JFP1, that's the front panel header. So I'll show you the pins first right here. Top row, first pin and second pin are going to be the first pin is going to be your positive, second one is going to be your negative, and then underneath it is going to be hard drive LED, which is, you know, SSD, hard drive, whatever. That's just what it's called, HDD LED plus negative. So it's going to be the first bottom one is going to be positive, the second bottom one is going to be negative, and then you plug it in like that. And then the top row, third and fourth pin are going to be your power switch. So you power switch the little plus, if you can see, if you can focus, plus little arrow right here. Sorry, not plus, but this little arrow right here is your plus, your positive. So that's going to be on your third pin, and your negative is going to be your fourth pin, top row. And then usually you have a reset button, but this case does not have a reset little button. You use your pinky or like, you know, have a dedicated reset button, so it does not have a cable for it. So all the ones that you have to worry about is the ones I just specified. So I can install it. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall. So I'm gonna need a little bit more. So just peel it back, just so it's like all working together. Okay, so positive and negative. Okay, you can do bottom first. I would probably recommend. So hard drive activity light. So as you can see right there, maybe this one right here, the left side. So if you go like that, that's going to be your positive. So you got that in the bottom, 1 and 2, plug her in like that. It's a lot easier if you just have one little adapter plastic piece that you plug all these into, and then you just plug it in one time. It's a lot easier than just doing it one at a time. So then you can just do power LED plus and minus. So kind of want to flip it around because that's how it needs to go, just like so. If you can see it, I'll put together and show you guys, just like balls. See, it's really difficult, and especially when the camera's not focusing. See, maybe you see it. So left side is positive. Actually needs to be right side. Sorry. All right, so right side right there, because right side will be left side if I turn it like that, you know. So you want to go top 1 and 2. Missed it. Bad lighting and not focusing. I'm tired is why I worked 10 hours plus. I've been awake for a lot longer than that. All right, so she's all good, and it's good to go. And hardware switch, power switch. So got the arrow right there on the left side. So just pop it on top row 3 and 4. And put her in nice and deep like. Gorgeous. Right there. That's how you do it. Okay. And then, to make sure it doesn't, come undone or anything like that, just, zip tie it all kind of like that I would do. Make it look halfway decent. I got a zip tie right here. And I got scissors. These scissors. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. Excuse me. I haven't had wine in a minute. It feels nice. Okay. So I hadn't had too much either. It was just I spaced it out, and I'm not even like I'm feeling it a little bit, but not too much. Okay, so like that, I'm thinking. What do you think? What do you think? Halfway decent. Halfway decent. Of course, this isn't even attempted to cable management, but this side is right there. And then I'll do my SATA. Doesn't really matter, SATA 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you got. It'll automatically work, but I'll just do SATA 1 and SATA 2 as long as like the sides, because it's only going a certain way. You got a little L shape going to a point. So I got to see if my cables line up that way and everything like that. And I think they're straight angle one, or yeah, just straight, not 90-degree angle bends. Because if you have 90 DA, I can't even talk. 90 degree bends, then you have to worry about going like this or like this. And if you have a graphics card if it's closer, you might have it hit the graphics card's bottom and stuff. If it's like extended, there's other things to worry about, but hopefully mine aren't like that. And it looks like I have a bunch of room anyways, so. To avoid heating, don't record more than 10 minutes of a video. How about cool your phone better? Sorry. Okay, so I want to do like this. Nice and snug, and it'll be like kind of like that looking. And then the other one I have to straighten out, but that's also going to be like that. Oh, it's a little longer, isn't it? Oh, sorry. Looks a little longer. I think it's going to be, yeah, it's a little longer. What the heck? I thought it's the same one. I'm gonna install a graphics card now, but I do need to find a little expansion slot cover, because it only takes 2. It doesn't take 3. It's only a 10 Ti, so it doesn't take like 20. But yeah, after that, then I just have to do some cable management up here, and screwing in the other side of these fans and these fans, and I mean the tray or whatever you call it, the tray right here, the tray, and the tray here, and cable management all the way, especially over here. And yeah, should be good. Just power supply. You do see some ketchup and mustard cables right here with a little bit of black mold. I'm just kidding. So that right there is an adapter. It's a 4-pin Molex to SATA male. So I don't have, I have a SATA cable. Obviously I have it for the hard drive back there, but it's not long enough. And I might switch that around so that the dedicated SATA cable from the power supply is directly to the SSD, and then off that it can't reach, because it has triple, but it's like too short, so it can't reach to the hard drive. That I'll switch it around, so I'll use that adapter and then power it. That's all it's doing. It's powering it. It's not transferring it. Transferring is a SATA cable, so it should not have any performance degradation at all. But if it does, even just at 1%, I'd rather it be the hard drive versus the SSD. But I should do a test, like a dedicated test on it anyways. But yeah, I'll switch that around. So it'd be the hard drive just gets the power, and then the transfer just be the SATA cable right there. And then yeah, I'll tidy it up, and she should be good to go. But yeah, there's a couple like nicks like right here. that catches skin right there. And that one too. I mean, it's not new. So you're like, why even like talking about it? It's just like, well, just pointing it out. But yeah, I love this case. It's so sick. I've wanted this case for a while. I was actually thinking about upgrading when I had my NZXT case to this one because it was cheaper. It was amazing looking, and I was like ready to just press that one button click, on Amazon. But then I saw the Keeters one go for like 170, a little bit more, but it looks so much cooler in my opinion. Just a little, not so much cool, but like just a good amount cooler. And I was like, I'm getting that one. So I'm happy with it. The build quality is better. It's more stable. It's more premium looking. Just a little bit more premium looking. Like this just moves more. Like this part right here is the problem. If it was just like better, like I don't know, like look at that side, just if it was just a little bit better welded or just molded to the chassis itself, it'd be firmer. And this is a little wobbly over here, but that's just because there's a big gap and stuff. But if you have a glass panel to attach it to, that will strengthen it up, and it will strengthen it up overall. I just wish this was a little bit better, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I'll tidy it up. So the hard drive is getting a 4-pin Molex signal, and when you plug it in, usually you get like pins push out or something, like low quality Molex. But this one actually didn't. It was actually a solid click, and it was nice. But anyways, when I plugged in the 4-pin Molex and then plugged that in, it was good to go. This one right here, which is this from the power supply. So I just have to find a way to just zip tie it all together. And try to make it look as nice as possible, because I mean this will probably be up against your wall so you won't see it, but I still want to make it look nice. But yeah, I just don't have a nicer looking cable that is 4-pin to SATA, at least that I found within a couple minutes of my time. And there might be, I mean, you could probably get a black one that fits, and it probably would be fine because it's just power anyways. But it's possible to get like a specific cable. I don't know if I have an extra SATA cable that plugs into your power supply. Maybe I could look around and see if I have that. So if I do have that, I could just give that to the person that buys this PC, so he can just attach that cable, the 6-pin or whatever, to the power supply, and then it comes in like a set of 3, and he can do a dedicated power if he really wants to. But yes, if you guys have watched this far, I think you know what I'm talking about. I think I found, let's see, a screw does not go in there. I think that's the rivet that broke off. So in shipping, or maybe I'm guessing in shipping, I don't think he would just be like, okay, here I broke it pieces. I bought the case and they came broken. I'm just gonna throw them in the box. That's what he gets. I think in shipping it probably got dropped, or just I don't know, just moved in a certain way and then just broke the rivet. But yeah, I mean it's just a little wobbly. Watch. I'm being kind of rough with her. So not bad at all. Let's try the other ones. Oops, still has a little give. Tiny give, but not as bad. That one's solid. So this one is a little rough at the edge, but not bad. Just a tiny bit. Not bad. You're not even gonna move it at all when you're like on your desk, but just like, just a tiny bit. But yeah, just a little cable management to go, graphics card, and I am good to go. Oh, I also have to order the screws and grommets and our little washer silicone pieces for the screws to go on, all 8 of them, so that it'll be like spit spot. And yeah, she should be good to go. I'll do some gaming afterwards. I'm tired. I need to sleep. So this is before. I'm gonna do some cable management now. So this is the final result. This is after. I think I did a pretty decent job. It's not perfect, but like this kind of is snug in behind the hard drive itself, and then this LED controller, like remote, you know, not really a remote, it says remote control, but that's why I kind of read while I'm trying to talk. But it's like it's a hub for your fans and you have the remote to control the colors and the fan speed and everything like that. So all 6 of them are plugged into this one, and I'll install the other one. I'll just give it to the person, whoever buys this. So if he wants to add an additional fan, like if he finds a single one or something like that, then he can just install another controller, because this only supports 6, and there's another room for one more right here. So yeah, I got a zip tie right there, bread tie right there, bread tie right there, zip tie right there. I think I did a decent job. It's not the best. This is just kind of chilling and wrapped around the power supply, or 24-pin extension cable, because I don't know where to put it. And if somebody needs it, it's just, you know, wrapped around. So pretty easy. And I routed the CPU, because it's not an 8 on this motherboard. It's only a 4, so that 4 is going right there. And the other one's just going right here, so you can easily detach it if you upgrade motherboard. And there's a hard drive, and yeah, I think I did a decent job though. It's halfway decent. And here's the EVGA 1080 Ti dual fan. It takes an 8 and a 6 to power it. I think it looks really nice. Not crazy thick, not crazy big. I think this lights up. I don't know if you can change the color. I think you can. But yeah, it's a pretty nice card. Got a back plate. Just installed the graphics card and the anti-sag bracket and the 8+6, and I think it looks pretty nice. I have it zip tied where you can't see it, so it kind of forces it to stay in a certain area. I think it looks pretty nice. This chair's so squeaky. So let's see if I built it right, correctly. Okay, I've got the CPU installed, got the cooler installed, the fan of course, it's a cooler in general. The memory, got the graphics card installed, got 24-pin GPU power, so CPU power, SSD, hard drive, they're both powered, and SATA, so they can read it and understand it. The power supply, the fans are hooked up. I think that's it. Let's hook up a display, clean up this mess, and move some stuff around and see if she powers on. And I could go through the whole Windows process, but I think I've already made a video on how to just, you know, boot off of a flash drive and get into Windows, and you know, I explained it, so I don't think I need to do it here, but I'll just show it working and play some games on it and show you the performance and what you can expect. Crap, I forgot to do the some LED strips, and that would give this some light, and that'd be very nice. I'm gonna do that. Give me a second. So I just put the glass piece on, I cleaned it up real nice. Looking really good. I just need more screws, obviously. Just need to find probably just 8 of them. They're probably cheap anyways. 8 of these, and then little rubber inserts that goes inside, and then the screw on top, so be fresh and new. But yeah, she's not moving at all. You know, it's not wobbly, but I just secure it better and just properly, you know, do it right, you know. Okay, so I just have an Acer Predator. This is my brother's monitor, but it's a 1080p 240, 24-inch. Razer, not Death Adder. Is it Death Adder? It's a little dirty. Black Widow Ultimate, 2014. And then a, what's this? Death Adder Chroma. I think it's a cheap, like a Chinese knockoff one, but it's still like using some of the components of it. But it's a little bit like different. I got it for cheap, or a friend gave it to me or something. I forgot what the trade was. Anyways, let's turn it on for the first time, all right? Let's turn off the light first, all right? All right, so I plugged it in. Obviously, you gotta plug in the power supply cable before you put the glass panel on. I just turned it on. Here it goes. Ooh. Show. Why are you flashing so much? I don't know why it's Cyber Power PC. Man, you were flashing like crazy. Stop flashing. Dang. Oh, okay. That is cool. Indicator light like built in with the LED light ring. That's cool. Okay. It's good to go. It's all booted. Fans are looking nice. Fan right there too. This is really, I love the look of it. It's so cool. So sick. I have nothing in the front USBs. Why are you flashing? I'll get to that. I don't know why it's flashing. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I think I did a decent job. I mean, cable management isn't the greatest, but you know, you do what you can. I think it's looking pretty nice. What do you guys think? See, like over here and stuff, it looks a little, you know, cables, you know, every which way. But yeah, I'm liking it. I think it looks sick. This chair is so squeaky. Ah! MSI Afterburner, what are you doing? Ah! Oh. Fans are kicking on. I think that was just GPU fan, just be like, ah! This sensitivity is way too much. And this is not 240. This is, I'm guessing, this is 60 probably. And this is my RGB mouse pad. Let's see if I can just do white, right? I think white's sick. I'm not too mad about this LED strip. I wish it was just like a more like a light dissipation instead of just individual LEDs and stuff. But I'm not hating it. I think it looks pretty sick. You could easily like change the colors and stuff too, I'm sure, with this thing. Oh, this is it with the this isn't going to change the colors on, I don't know where my remote is, I'm going to have to find that one. But this is the remote for the fans here and the colors and the speed and stuff. So let's do red. Okay. Yellow, teal, green. Sick. That's my favorite color right there. Pink, blue. Pink actually kind of goes together. Blue, that's cool. There's some other buttons here. Oh, this is brightness. That's how bright they get. That's it. Okay, let's see how dim they get. Yeah, it's pretty accurate what I'm seeing. So that's the dimmest it gets. That's the brightest it gets. And this is the color right here. You can just go through it like that. Oh, different modes. If I'm doing modes and stuff, maybe like from right here would be better. I don't want flashy like that. Am I not changing modes here? There's modes. Why would you want flashing like that? Oh, there you go. So I think that's it. It's just going through its other settings now. Why would you want flashing? That's just weird. I guess, but... Not a ton of modes. That one's not too bad, but it's too like, I'd rather just do a static color, in my opinion, for fans. That's what I prefer. Is this slowing it down? Oh yeah, speed. I did it in demo, so this is modes, down and up, and then I was doing demo, I think I was doing, but speed, got in two sides, so the speed of it. So you're speeding up the flash, you're slowing it down, different modes. I'll go the fastest and then just go through, and you can slow this down. So it gradually changes color, which is kind of cool. I feel like I just want to gradually change colors. It's kind of cool. Might be enough of this now. I just want to choose something here. Let's do blue here. Alright, cool. Set that down. Alright, let's see. This mouse sensitivity is too high. Okay, let's see. i7 4770K. It's going at 1% utilization. Let's launch Furmark here. And then there's a 1080 Ti right there. Here's 8x MSAA. Let's just do off. Let's see if this puts a heavy enough load on it though. No, it doesn't. Oh, 98. 90, 98, 98. Consistently 98. Okay, so 180 FPS. The usage is good. Okay. Oh my, I do have my little speakers hooked up, and hopefully they're. Let's see if they're working here. Oh, that's the monitor. What about changing it to something else? Whatever. Oh, I gotta hook up Ethernet here. Okay, so the GPU is working, CPU is working. I want to see how high I can get it up to. Let's see how. Just what about Cinebench? Don't I have that installed? There we go, Cinebench. Up 3.14, 3.62, 3.72. Yes, I accept. MSI Afterburner, I have that installed. Just double click on that. Okay. Power limit of this card, this EVGA card, is 120. And then, okay, so it's doing its Cinebench run right here. And let's go to hardware monitor and see CPU. Temp right there, 52. 54, 56, 53. I mean, it's not the hottest in here, but it's also not the coldest. I don't know, maybe it's like 67 in here in my apartment right here. So 55, 54, 56. Could give it some time to see if it'll climb more. And this is also a 100% workload. These speakers are kind of busted, like sometimes work. I think you just have to. But yeah, that's what you'll pretty much see on 100% workload in gaming as well. 3.68, even if it's not 100%. 3.68 is what you see, and it's above its base frequency. I don't know what this boosts. Stop, freaking speakers! I just need. So yeah, this chip is doing pretty good temps wise. Speakers, you're dead. There, turned you off. So 58, 57, 56, 55. That's pretty much what you're seeing. I like it. Seeing the SSD and the hard drive, so that's awesome. And 16 gigs of memory. So everything is being recognized and seen. And temps are not really going up at all. Barely. 59, 58, 56 for a second. So it might go up a little bit more, but yeah, she's pretty controlled by this cooler right here. And it's not the hottest chip in the world either, you know, but the cooler is doing a good job and just exhausting the air right out there. Okay, so we're doing the stack. And I'm gonna do the first round at the same resolution, same settings, everything like that, and then I'm gonna bump up the render to a little bit past 1440p. So, I mean, if I do it to 1440p, it would probably be almost identical to a 1440p panel, which I don't want to hook up right now. Yeah, this mouse, I don't know. It's almost uncomfortable. It's like weird. I don't know. It's alright though. I love this keyboard though. My brother broke the space button, but halfway works. Yeah, 170s now. You nut. Shh. I saw him at the last second. 92, 90. Yeah, I still have some headroom. That was in like the cutscene or like the gameplay, like a, you know, Koken, whatever. So yeah, 90, 93, 91. So there's still a little bit of headroom. You're getting about like 7 to 10 FPS higher. Ouch. It's coming around here.
Oh.
Let's go! Killed them both. Can't touch me. That last one was questionable. I think a couple of them got through though, or like part of it got through, so it's good. I don't know. The things with paint colors, but you can't see anyway. It's so orange. Believe me. Oh, you're so close to death. Yeah, exactly. Easy. Oh, shouldn't have ran away. Should have stood your ground. Oh, sorry. Forgot. I'm tired. Graphics. Let's go render. Quality. Go render. Let's do. Forgot. I'm just gonna go 200%. The highest I can go in here. And I'm dead. Awesome. I'm gonna look at my phone real quick.
On to the next round. Pick it up. Let's get this done.
Oh, 1 second. I'll do the calculations later. 1 second. So I'm getting 69. This might be 4K. Because it might be 200% both ways. If that's the case, then that's 4K. Balls. Alright, let's see. So 19. He died too. Okay, 1920 by 1080, and then scale at 200%. Yeah. But how they calculate it, like how Black Ops calculates it, is different than how usually. It's not true 200%. Yeah, I think this one would be 4K though. It'd be nice if, like, as soon as you adjust it, it shows you the resolution that, like, it changes, you know, like it's up to date in real time and stuff. But I'm pretty sure this is 4K at, you know, max out settings. I'm getting 82. I could be wrong, but pretty sure. I'll show you. Can't really show you in Black Ops, but Black Ops 3. Oh, hit him once.
Fucking bitch.
Shh, one more. Oh, that was the last one too. Dang it. Yeah, so 1920 by 1080 to 1080p right here, 178%, so 1.78 times is 1440p. I had it at 200%. So 200%, it's saying it's something else. It's saying it's back. It's saying it's 2715 by 1527, which is only a little bit higher. I had this exact system before, and it handles 4K pretty decently. And the Modern Warfare at 4K, I think I was only getting, I think I had to do like 94 or 90 to 95% render usage at 4K, and I was getting like around that 90 to 100 FPS. So that's probably accurate. But here's World War II. It's a slightly older game. Yes, sure. What is all this stuff? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so settings, graphics, scroll down to advanced, and 60 hertz. Go 144? No, let's go higher. Right here, 240. I don't know why it wasn't at the highest or lowest, whatever. So 240 hertz. I'm getting 44 FPS right now. GPU's just garbage right now. Sync every frame. Let's do off. Let's go. I think maximum FPS. What's the highest? Oh yeah, 250. Oh, let's go down. 250 is the highest. View the view. I think 95 is the highest. Yep, 95. And then 1080p, let's go native rendering. Filmic, let's go SMA T2X. So that's maxed out, cool. Okay. Extra, normal doesn't go higher. Off. Let's go on. High is the highest. On. You can go extra there. That's the highest. Auto on, I guess. Normal, let's go higher. Off, let's go yes. On. That's the highest. That is the highest. Highest and highest. So everything is the highest, maxed out. That didn't seem like it's saved. Yeah, it's saved. Okay. It just didn't like refresh or anything like that. But yeah, 1080p maxed out. And let's play some team deathmatch, because hardcore team deathmatch is probably not going to be active. They make this game too expensive, and the servers, they just want you to play the newest, latest, and greatest or whatever. But World War II is awesome, and it's one of my favorite Call of Duties. Probably my favorite, probably. But if it had gunfight, oh man, I'd probably nut right now. I gotta find the remote to control this LED strip right here. So I'm getting 150, 170, 180, 207 FPS. It's varying, it's loading in or just doing crap. So let's go Team Deathmatch and play this map. Oh, Valkyrie, I like that map. So let's see what I get. 1080p maxed out. Alright. 1080p maxed out. Let me see, what am I going to be getting? I'll probably be getting like, I think 220. Like 180 to 220, I think. It depends on the map. Like Sandbox is like super easy to run. Like stupid easy. But then there's other maps that are like 50 FPS more demanding. At the same res and everything. Let's see. 101. Oh crap. 157. It's raising. 79. So 70. Let's see what gun I'm gonna use. Too shoddy. Right here.
Check your weapons.
So load in all the way. Come on. Is that it? Okay. So I'm getting 120 FPS, 74%, 78% usage on GPU. So I have a lot of headroom. So up 150s, 160s. So yeah, 1440p or 4K, that's what this is meant for with the CPU. I would not run it at 1080p. Even you're not going to get 240 Hz unless it's an easy game to run. But like a AAA title type stuff, forget about it. The CPU is not fast enough. It's still capable of handling higher res. If the GPU is capable, which is 10 Ti is pretty decent, you know. Very nice. It's all solid. Oh, that was a stutter there. Connection's good. Okay. Oh, okay, no. Need a shit. Okay. Yeah, 120s, 109, 115 up to 160. CPU is at like 80s. GPU is like 74. So I could raise render. And I think in this one it's oh, come on. Ah, 2 people. That was garbage. I'm sad now. Okay, so settings, graphics, scroll all the way down, advanced. Okay, so render right here. Let's go see. Yeah, 200% right here.
We're dominating them. Keep pushing.
Yeah, I guess. Because World War II is saying that 200% is that resolution, so I was at that resolution, not 4K. So 4K would be like 3840, which would be 400%. Ouch. I'll do 1440p or equivalent, 2560 by 1440, so 2560. It's in between. It's like 178%. So I'll just go 200% and see what I get. 108. Higher usage, 87, 89, 96, 90. Okay, let's go. Stupid, killing me like that. What are you shooting at? Why are you running? Okay, let's go. Smack people up. Sensitivity is still pretty high. I'm barely touching it and moving a lot. $130s, $140s, $150s. Still in the 90s. Up CPU is pegged right now. They're both at like high 90s. So a better like CPU would be better, but it's still like a decently solid system. Shot him once. That gun's not the greatest. Oh, why am I going there? Let's go a different gun here. Let's do this big boy. And I got a sword too. Sing. Ah! The close corners, I died to him. I'm sad. Let's whip out my sword now.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
I knew he was over there and somehow he killed me. Yeah, there's only 3 people on my side and 2 people on the other, so there's 5 people playing this game right now in Team Deathmatch. And there might be another lobby that's full, I have no idea. But yeah, there's not a lot of it's not a lot of player base, yeah. But yeah, it's a solid PC, it's a solid performer. I've had a system like this, the same exact specs for a while, and then I upgraded. Of course, I'm glad I upgraded, you know. But yeah, it's still a solid experience. Oh, you nut! Kill my friend. I'll chop you up, boy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Haha! Yes. I think that was my first kill. Sorted him up, sliced him and diced him. Alright, one more kill, or one more death, and then I'll play a different game, and that'll be it. Put this video together. Oh, where's he at? Where's he at? That's it. Alright. Oh. Yeah, so while I was playing World War II, is right here. This is the probably the stutter that I saw, or maybe it was loading in right here, and then this is the gameplay that I was getting. So 90s, 97. This might have been the 1080p one, and then when I changed render, this might have been this. I don't know. Could have been this for 1080p. Yeah, probably this 1080p, and then this the higher render, I'm guessing. So yeah, high 90s and stuff. And then temperature wise, the GPU was around the 60, 62, 63 at the most. So very, very cool. So the clocks, there's the wattage, which was the 288, it's saying was the max peak of the card. And temperatures were of the CPU were in the 50s, like 49 and 50 and 51. So that's really good. And yeah. Oh, temperature. Did I say temperature of the GPU? Yeah, I did. But yeah, everything is a solid experience, you know. I'm liking it. So I'm going to use a DSR factor for this 1080p monitor instead of hooking up to my 4K monitor, which DSR isn't the same as native, but if you it's about 5 to 10%. It's close, but it's like 5 to 10% off. So after you enable DSR factor in manage 3D settings in NVIDIA control panel and global settings, you press apply. You can use a sharpening or smoothing and stuff right underneath it, but I never touch it. There might be a benefit I haven't seen or tried it or anything. So I'm gonna do far, and I'm gonna run this at 1440 or 4K. So show desktop, and go into display settings, and then go to the DSR factor that you set. That's what 4K would look like on a 24-inch. Never had a 24-inch 4K. Actually, that's not exactly right. The scaling is off. You're looking about that. Nice. Okay, so that should be it. And the overlay is a lot smaller too. 65% usage, so there's still some headroom in this game. And this game is easier to run. Yeah, this game is easier to run, so, you know, 65% usage isn't too crazy. You think it would be a little higher in 4K, but frame rate is like 400, you probably can't see it, but 482, 476, 485, 88, so almost 500 FPS. Okay, so I have to continue a little bit more with this one, so just grab in the air right here. And I'll do a firmware test after too, so you can see. Let's stop it. Ooh, a couple of boxes fell. Yeah, it still looks like 1080p, but it's just, yeah, it's rough. It actually looks worse than 1080p because it's just like, no, it just looks a little, just looks rough. Okay, so climb up the sail. Boop. There we go. I think I can keep this one. Explodes. Then you have another one in here. And you feed this machine, you give it its energy. Boop. There's still a box right there. I should have got that before, but I mean, this isn't saved anyways. I'm just doing it for the video. So you get this thing and you fix this. And if you fall, oh crap. Was I supposed to hold it the whole time? See, if you fall, you just like soar. Oh. Go in here. Crap. 377, 380 FPS, 68%. It's possible you can get more usage out of it. I use like in the 90s with 4K 144, so I don't know why this isn't using. And the CPU is only at 64 usage on the Core 1, which the other cores are going to be similar to. So. Alright, let's run 1080p, 8x MSAA. Oh, it looks so rough. Alright, 8x MSAA makes a huge difference at 1080p, and then go. Then I'll do MSI Afterburner and the overlay. I'll show you guys up close what I'm seeing. It's really rough. I mean, 1080p is not the greatest. You can see pixels from really close, but this just makes it so much worse by doing this. But yeah, 68. Focus, dude. Focus. Thank you. So 68, 69 FPS, 98, 97% usage on GPU, 1949 on the clocks, and the memory is at 5508 and 120% power limit. See how, let's see, so let's clear up. Yeah, see how rough it looks? This is focused. Yeah, super bad. Oh, Task Manager 2. So yeah, there's a couple task games for you guys, and for Mark and everything. I did a Cinebench run too. But I'm liking her. I think she's a pretty nice, solid system. It's a sick case. Still got to get a couple screws for it. I'm going to go to Ace Hardware and see if I can get that, or if they don't have exactly what I need, I'll just go look online a little bit better on eBay and see if I can get a kit for it, because it needs it, you know. But yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. Comment below if you guys have any, like, you know, opinions or something you want to ask or whatever, and take care. Peace. Yeah, I'm going to run 4K in a gunfight and see how I do on here. I mean DSR, so just it's gonna get a little bit, like if it says like 70 or something like that, I'm really getting like 60 FPS or so, but we'll see. This game is harder to run though. The last time I had the 1080 Ti is when I had the i9, so yeah, that's one of the reasons why my frame rate was better, but it was still like 100% on the GPU, so. Come on, multiplayer, installing the shaders. Hurry your ass up. So 1080p still. Go to graphics and do 4K. Quality, supply. Make sure it's at 100% render. This is maxed out 4K. No DLSS, because I don't think it supports it at all. I wish. That'd be really helpful for this slightly older card now, you know. Yeah, it has ray tracing. I can enable that, but it doesn't even look really that much different, and it's going to tank my performance probably more. So I don't want to add that. But yeah, there's no DLSS. It'd be around here, I think. Last time I saw it. Too bad. So I'm getting 39, 40 FPS right now, but that's not in gunfight, so we'll see. And remember, it's not exactly native 4K, so if you guys have 1080p and you have an NVIDIA, you can always enable your DSR factor and then do it by 4x 1080p. and then see how many FPS you get if you have the same game and you want to upgrade or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so atrium. Let's do this. Italian Bullfrog and Big Red 69. I forgot the other person. We're gonna end it out of time. So I think I'm gonna be getting 65 to 70. I'm getting 60 right now.
Gunfire.
62, 63. So at 4K native, I'd be getting like 50, 52, something like that, 54 maybe. So you'd have to lower settings. But you could also play on your TV if you want, and just do, you know, a controller or a keyboard and mouse if you're okay with 60 FPS. I gave that guy a chance.
That's the way. On to the next round.
That was actually a decent experience too. I wasn't like it was actually like smooth, and it was a smooth 60. You know, not like 144, 240 or whatever, but
2 wins down. Keep up the pressure.
high 50s, 60s. Okay, yeah, that's not terrible. 4K 60 maxed out Modern Warfare. You know what I mean? That's pretty solid. You enable, if you disable, or not disable, but like lower a couple settings, you'll be able to see a substantial uplift in FPS and not that much graphic degradation.
Practicing on
3 up,
keyboard.
3 down. Keep going.
What? Something about a keyboard? Got him. Let's go. 62 FPS. 97% usage.
Last man standing.
Like I had time to kill me and he didn't. Old woman. Ah, he got me by 1 bullet or 2. That was so close. I flashed him too. He just shot because it was. He knew where I was going.
Fire, go.
That was close. Glad I shot again. Up. Yeah. If I just do like high settings, just lower a couple. All the extras just do standard, lower anti-aliasing, and then ultra, and sorry, I want that one. So that's pretty much it. Don't kill me! I was changing settings. Alright, see how many FPS I get next round. Nice, this guy helped me anyways.
Keep it up in the next
Alright,
round.
so I lowered the extremes to high, and which is going to be very similar.
Let's get to work.
Didn't change FPS much. 64 FPS right now. I went around the freaking corner. Look at that aim. Alright. So yeah, I didn't really change too much on my FPS. 66 right there. I thought it would have changed more. Dang it. Still got the most damage overall, 599. Everybody's got like 400s. Nice. Oh, he's still alive.
Ground. Let's take it back.
I thought there was just one guy.
Move up, fire, go.
had no chance. Let's go one more. Then I'll call it a night. Probably go to sleep. What do you have to say? Huh?
This is match point. Go for the knockout.
Nothing. Let's go. Shit. Dang it. One more try. Nice. I worked out. He's got 4 health. Come on. Oh, sounds laser, bro. No, this way.
We're losing ground. Let's take it back.
Okay. Okay.
Good work, team. We turned it around.
Did we? We're losing. We're not losing, but... I was scared. Whatever, dude. Barely got me. Oh, he beat me by 2. Nice. Nice.
I expect nothing.
They got 887. I got 885. That guy helped out. So yeah, it's a pretty decent, capable PC. You know, it's not the latest and greatest, obviously, but the price is not also $3,000. I'll probably want like $775 or $800 for it, just because I just spent, or I traded a $980 just to get the case. So the case is worth like $150 new, and I paid, or mine's worth $90. So I gotta add that to the price, you know, make that money back. Peace out, guys.